Hi guys, hello and welcome back to another video. I know you won't be able to see me, it's just my thing, it's not working. And so it's not working. I'm sorry about that. But hopefully I'll be able to fix it in the next video. So today I'm gonna do, as you can see here, I'm doing a Premier League score predictions for every game on this weekend. And like I said in my last one, I didn't do one for last week and I forgot to do it, but smash a like if you want me to do this every week, and I'll do it every Friday night unless there's a game before that. But I'll make sure I get every game in this time. But I am going to do a score prediction to Southampton Bournemouth, although they've been 10 minutes into the game. They're drawing 0-0. But, so, basically, alright, let's get into this. Southampton Bournemouth. Well, Southampton, they've had a decent start to the season, but I don't think they've had that good. Last week though, Bournemouth beat Everton 3-1 at home against Everton, which I think is a really good result. So I think at full time they're going to win. I think they're going to win 2-0 away to Southampton. That's my score prediction. And yeah, next week, guys, I'll also try and get a guest, see if they can come on. I don't know who it would be, but Leicester versus Tottenham. Now, I think this is going to be an interesting game. Leicester City, who are in 5th place. Yeah, let's just have a look. Leicester City are in 5th place, and Tottenham Hotspur, who are in 3rd place. I think it's going to be a really interesting game. Like, you may be thinking, oh, Spurs are going to win because they're higher. Well, to be honest, I'm completely saying no. I think this game's going to be really, really tight. And I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-2 draw. I think Leicester at home, they've been solid. Vardy's on form. Harvey Barnes for them. And I think they've just got a really good team. And I think Spurs do. But when they're at home, Leicester, they could cause some problems, and I think they'll get a 2-2 draw, and I think it'll be a very good game. Next game, Burnley versus Norwich. If you didn't already know, Norwich beat Manchester City 3-2 at home. And Burnley, Ashley Barnes for them, is on absolutely brilliant form. He should be an English international. He should get in their team, England's team. I just don't know how. He's on brilliant form. And I think this can be a really tight game. And I think the score will be 2-1 to Norwich City. Yeah, 2-1 Norwich after they've won against Manchester City. So yeah, that's my score prediction for that. Norwich, we're going to beat Burnley 2-1. Next game then, Everton versus Sheffield United. Now, I think Sheffield United, they've been really good since the start of the season. But I know Everton lost 3-1 to Bournemouth, like I've said. But I think Everton will bounce back. And I think Everton will come back at the stadium and win, get a good result here. And I think they'll win 2-0 because the Richarlison's on really good form. They've got really good players on that squad, and they were aiming for top 4. I'm not sure if they'll get it. I'm sure they get top 6 Europa League this year. I hope they do. And I'm saying 2-0 Everton. Next game now, Manchester City, they take on Watford. And now Watford, the bottom of the league, on 2 points out of 5 games, which is really awful. They just sacked their manager and brought in a new one. And to be honest, they went 2-0 down at home to Arsenal. Then they bounced back and drew 2-2. So I think it's a decent result, but they need to do better if they want to stay up this season. And coming against a team against Man City, looking for the title again, 5 points behind Manchester City. I mean, not Manchester City, what am I on about? Man City are 5 points behind Liverpool, and they're looking to get a win to fully close the gap on Liverpool. But Man City, I think they'll win again, and I think they'll bounce back from their loss last week. I think it'll be 3-0 Manchester City, and I think it'll be a really interesting game. But I do think Man City will win this one. Next game then, Newcastle, they take on Brighton. Well, Newcastle and Brighton. Let's just go on to the table, because this is going to be a really interesting game. So, looking at the two teams. Oh, looks like Bournemouth has scored against Southampton. Whew. They'll go to third, Bournemouth, and take over Spurs. But I have a game in hand. Leicester goes seventh. So if you're looking at Newcastle and Brighton, if you see Newcastle here, they are on 4 points, 18th place in the relegation. And if you look at Brighton, they are 16th, 2 places above the relegation. And Newcastle are at home. So I'm going to say this is going to be a really, really tight game. It'll be an interesting game. See who can get the 3 points, or if it's going to be a draw. For me, I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-1 draw. And I think both teams will get a deserved point. Steve Bruce, as Newcastle manager, hasn't done so well so far. But I think they'll get a 1-1 draw at home. They need to do better though. Moving on to the next game. It is, let me just get it up. Next game after that, I'm going to see who scored actually for Bournemouth. I think it'd be Callum Wilson, because I said he was going to score. No, Nathan Ake from a corner. Nathan Ake has scored for Bournemouth 1-0. They'll go up to third, but Tottenham Hotspur and Leicester will have a game in hand of them. I think Bournemouth could get a high finish. They finished 8th last season. I think they can get another top 10 this year. And okay, next game after Newcastle Brighton, it's West Ham Man United. Oh, this is going to be a really good game. It's going to be a really good game between these two teams, and I think Man U will just snatch the win here at West Ham at the London Stadium. And I think Manchester United will win. I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-1 win for Man United, and they're going to win 2-1. I think, as they have no Lukaku anymore, Rashford and Martial has taken that spot at striker. I think Rashford's played really well against Chelsea, opening game of the season. I think it's going to be a really good game. Rashford will be on form, obviously. And I think they'll be good. But also West Ham have also got some decent players. Haller, their new striker, scored a few goals this season. I think he'll be a good player. Also, they've got Felipe Anderson on the left and Lanzini just behind them both. So I think it's going to be a really decent game, but I think Man United will come out on top and win 2-1. Moving on to the next game, Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Well, Wolves had a shocking start to the season. We didn't expect this after what happened last season when they got 7th and they got Europa League spot. And to be honest, they look like they're not really good. They're not playing good football, and they look like they're going to get relegation if they don't play any good football. And I could see Crystal Palace winning this game, of course. I'm saying Crystal Palace 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. And yeah, I think Crystal Palace will be a good win for them. I think Wolves will be battling after their 1-0 loss in Europa League at home. But I think Wolves will be really challenging, and I think Crystal Palace will win 2-1. Moving on to Sunday's game. Well, there's a few on Sunday. West Ham, Wolves, Villa and Chelsea. So, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. This is on a Sunday night. And Arsenal, they've had some shockers in defence as well. Their defence is absolutely woeful. And this is why I think my team, Aston Villa, could get a result here at the Emirates. And David Luiz is so bad. He's gave away 2 penalties already this season out of 5 games, which is shocking. Signed from Chelsea. I think Chelsea will be glad selling him because he's so bad. He gives away too many penalties. I think they've given away 3 penalties this year already, which is absolutely appalling. Their defence is really bad. Leno's looking really good in goal. That's the only looking good player in defence for them. Guendouzi's had some shockers as well. Although he's playing at CDM, he's had a ball. He's facing the wrong way. He's facing to his goal, and there's 3 Watford players around the semicircle going to press, and he's just looking at his goalkeeper, and it's silly because you shouldn't be looking at that because he just turns into trouble, loses the ball, and they go and punish them by a goal. And that's why I think the score will be 1-1 or 0-0. I can see goals in this a lot. I can see it being a 3-3 draw if possible, or a 1-1 draw. I'm gonna say 1-1 though, and yeah, it'll be a really good game. Moving on to the last game of today's video, and it's Chelsea versus Liverpool. Now, this is going to be an incredible game. Abraham currently top scorer in the league on about 8 or 9 goals. And he's been outstanding for Chelsea this year so far. Brilliant performances for him. Chelsea have been good as well. We haven't seen a lot of Kante though, which I hope we'll see more of him. But Liverpool, though, on the other hand, top of the league, won their first 5 games on 15 points, getting that 3-1 win at home to Newcastle. I think they'll be confident. Both of these 2 teams will be going into the game very, very confident, I would have thought, because very good form for both of the teams, especially Tammy Abraham and the whole Liverpool squad being good. And I think it'll be a very good game. And it'll be a very good game. And I think the score will be Chelsea 2, Liverpool 3. And I think it'll be a very entertaining game. And I think it'll be the best game out of all of them today, out of this weekend's. There's no Monday Night Football, which is good, kind of. So yeah, guys, that is the end of my video. And I hope you enjoyed. Like if you want me to, like and subscribe this video. Turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I make a brand new video. Like this video if you want me to do this every week. And yeah, guys, stay tuned. See ya in the next one. Bye. Bye-bye.